What's up, everybody? So, welcome to Hookah and Wine and Whatever, where
Smoke hookah.
we sip wine and we talk about
Whatever.
whatever. So, we hope that you listen to the first segment that we posted last week regarding what's her name, Gail Lewis.
Yes, Gail Lewis.
If you didn't check it, please look at it. Real short, about
like,
15.
share, and subscribe.
Yes, of course, like, share, and subscribe. But it's about 60 minutes. We're talking about, of course, what everybody likes to listen to: a married woman getting cheated on. But before we get into it, Jen, what we smoking tonight? What flavor?
I'm actually smoking on melonberry.
Melonberry.
Yeah.
Interesting flavor. Y'all know I love sweet red, right? But I switched it up. Instead of Carlo Rossi, the ghetto one, I switched to Gallo. I had something better in mind, but today was a hectic day. Actually, this week was a hectic week. But Gallo Sweet Red
Definitely
is
whooped my
also
ass.
a good red wine. If you like something, I prefer red over white, but y'all know I'm a wino, so I drink whatever. However,
definitely a wino.
Gallo Family Sweet Red is a good choice. So I just want to say recently, I got an opportunity to go to another department. I know we didn't do no introductions or whatever the case may be, but I am in health management. So so I got offered a new position within my company as a manager for another department, and that just kind of struck the conversation of us talking about Black women that's basically in management supervisor positions. So Jen had a good point, and I'm gonna let her kind of like take over and talk about what she was saying, and we just gonna get into it.
I actually saw a post on Facebook, and it was just saying like how I could never work under a Black female supervisor. And that bothered me because I've been a supervisor for maybe like going on 6 years now. I believe it's 6 years. And when I say like the things that I have experienced during my 5 years of being a supervisor, a Black female supervisor, one of three Black, supervisors in a managerial position, disgusting. Behavior, disgusting. Attitudes, disgusting. And I just don't understand like why people are so critical of Black women in a managerial position. Like, why is there just like this? I don't know. I felt like we're held to like
It's like a stereotype at this point.
Yes, that's
right?
what I feel. And I've seen it, now we have a male who's in charge, and me as a Black woman, the male who is in charge, I'm in clinical nutrition services, so I'm a supervisor in clinical nutrition and food service. And my chief is a male, he's not a Black male. And I just feel like he is like way more respected than the women in my department. And I just don't understand why it is. Like, it's like with the women, the Black women, with other Black women. And you know what? I can't even say the men because I feel like the men are like way more respectful to the women than
other women are.
Yes, than the
but
women are.
I'm gonna just chime into that. Like in your situation, it sounds like it's a lot of jealousy. It sounds like a lot of how she get this position? It should have been me type of thing. So you got to take jealousy into account, which we could care less about.
Yeah, you
because we got a
can.
job to do. But unfortunately, a lot of people are jealous. They have that mentality where it's like that should have been me versus wow, she did a good job. Let me clap for my sister,
Right,
but I want to strive to get to where she at. So, and I feel like that's important. You gotta listen. Everybody got their own lane. Your lane, my lane, different. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we got the same goal, but we still got different paths depending on what we doing, how we doing it, and it has a lot to do with personality, maturity. Being in a leadership role is not easy. I'm also in a leadership role, and I feel like yes, I'm built for it, but it's not easy. You're dealing with
it's tough.
Multiple. First of all, let me just say the job itself is not the problem.
It's the people.
It's
I
the
always
people
say that
part.
my
The
job
people
is
part.
easy. It's the people.
people. You dealing with different personalities. You dealing with, you got maybe some people that might be older than you that
Who've been
cannot
there for so
and
long,
can
who feel like
accept
it's
somebody younger than them being in
coming in
charge.
and yep.
Then see where I work at. I work in healthcare, like an outpatient, kind of like setting. So I don't have no males working really underneath me. It's just a doctor. So they're in their own little level of things. So I'm not dealing with like, okay, a male team member is reporting to me, unlike how your situation is.
Right.
So I don't have that problem. But I do have, people that try you, for whatever reason. Maybe because they feel like they people always think they could do a better job than you until they get the opportunity, and then they fold, and then they realize why they wasn't chosen. It's just unfortunately it's just that this is just the world we live in. That
and it's disheartening
what the saying is. You got everybody want to be a chief instead of an Indian.
Nobody wants to be Indians, and it's true. It's disheartening. Like I said, I have men under me. I have women under me. That men are more so, they just kind of there to get the job done. With the women, everything is like a power struggle. Like everybody literally wants to be in charge. People feel like because they've been on a job for 15 to 20 years, I'm a newcomer. Maybe they should have had this position, but yet, like you still need help with simple things, paperwork aspect, customer service aspect. All of that goes into being a supervisor. And when I say, like, most of the people who I had issues with when I became a supervisor are like people who I literally trained, like I was there before them. I showed them how to do their job. And it's like now that I'm a supervisor, oh, how did she get this position? Like I worked my ass off. That's how I got this position. But I just don't like that they're so quick to wanna, like run to the union or, file like what is it, the EEO complaints against us because they say, oh, we don't know how to talk to people, we this, we that, and it is just insane.
Well, let me just tell you my experience. So coming my situation is, well, before, when I first even took where I'm currently at now, when I took the supervisor role, I was told that somebody in this department applied for the role and clearly didn't get it because I got it. So I was curious to know who was that person. Was they going to give me a hard time? Was it going to be like it should have been me, not her type of thing, X, Y, and Z. And surprisingly, I didn't even have an idea who it was because everybody treated me decent. I'm not going to, some treated me clearly
right. You
better
didn't
than
feel
others,
any animosity,
but I never felt
anybody.
no animosity.
Right.
And then I eventually found out who it was. And
so was this person, like when you became a supervisor, like were they welcoming of you when you first got
there? They
wasn't.
I feel like they was. You know me. My personality is very chill, laid back. I don't let stuff bother me. So if she was rude, I didn't pick it up. But I don't feel like she was. Okay. Other people might say, yeah, because she was rude to you. I was like, she really wasn't. Because I know
how people throw a little salt in the game, like, correct. Oh, I said this or I did this. Yeah, well, it's really like about anything to you.
The person legitimately never, to me, and I could catch when somebody being a little
shady, right, or taking shots
honestly,
at you.
I didn't get it from her. I was very honestly shocked when it was her because I was just like, her? And I'm like, she good and she good at what she does, but personality wise, she just would not have been a good leader. At that point anyway, because she was very short with people, demanding, like her personality just wasn't going to cut it. Like if she was I look at it like, listen, could she be my supervisor? Absolutely not, because it might be fights, it might be like it's just not a pleasant thing. Because at the end of the day, yes, just me even being in the position of power, I'm gonna respect my team members just like I want my team members to respect me. Yes, I might gotta sit here and be stern with you. I might gotta write you up. I might gotta sit here and check you on certain stuff, but I'm gonna still do it professionally and respectful, But I do think the problem is with some people in power. Some people in power, they do take it to another level where
agree.
they could make their team feel like,
I agree, but I feel like it's just emphasized more when it's black women.
Oh yeah, I get
And
what
I
you're
don't
saying.
like when people feel like, oh, because we're black, like, oh, you're this supervisor. They basically feel like they're entitled, like, oh, well, my supervisor's black, so I should be able to do this. Like, oh, you understand where I'm coming from because I'm black.
Girl,
no, I understand that we all applied for a job.
One of my worst team members where I worked at was black, and she was bad. She was good at what she did, but she was lazy. She was late all the time. She even said when I wrote her up the last time because it was she knew basically she knew she was going to get written up if she took days off that she wasn't approved for. And I told her, I said, listen, you're a grown woman. I'm not going to tell you to come to work, not to come to work. I'm just letting you know if you don't come to work, it's a write-up because you don't have no time.
And that's the thing, right? When I came in the door, my thing was like, I'm a policy. I'm going strictly by the policy. Okay. I'm always going to cover my ass.
I'm like, per the policy.
Anytime I do a write-up, anything, trust and believe, whatever policy you violated is going to be in that write-up. So my thing is, like, they were mad at me because they had a system in place where they was used to doing whatever they wanted to do. Now you have a woman here who used to be an employee, and that was another thing that was hard.
That's so peer supervisor is very hard.
Yes, was switching sides, going from an employee to a supervisor, where I was late as an employee when I became a supervisor. It's, oh, how's she gonna say something to me and she used to be late? Guess what?
Bitch, now I'm a supervisor and I'm on time.
Like, bitch, now I get to work on time. But whether I was late or not, guess what? I came in here and bust my ass every single day the same way I do now.
But let me just tell you something. Unfortunately, this is also an environmental thing. I'm not going to say where Jennifer works at, but she works in the urban area. I, however, work in a more suburban area, and I can tell the quality. Like, I work with mainly white people. You get what I'm saying? And in my environment, it's not the white people that try. Look, it's not the white people that try. Yes.
It's the black people, right?
Yes. Like I said, my worst employee was a black girl.
So do the white people respect their white supervisors?
I will say yeah.
They do, right?
They do.
They respect them.
Yes.
So
why do black people
have such a hard time?
Because they're like, oh, we got a sister. Oh,
it's about to be fun as hell. Like, we about to be able to do this.
Oh, you from Newark? Oh, you this, you that, or whatever. Yeah,
and it bothers me because if the black supervisors, female supervisors put things in place, all the black people want to have attitude. They want to riot. They want to argue with us. They want to do this.
Right.
But when our white chief, who is above us, comes,
right.
Even though we had a black chief who was in his position before, they gave this woman the same attitude. But this black guy, they want to discuss it amongst themselves. You know what I mean? Whereas with us, like, they want to argue, they want to be rolling their necks, they want to be debating, going back and forth, telling us what they not going to do, what they shouldn't have to do. Where it's like, where's that energy at now that we have a male who is not black in charge? But y'all want to be so hard on us black women supervisors. Like, damn, we catch enough in the world. Now we gotta come and deal with this too at work.
But let's just even talk about it from a different aspect, as far as, like, we're talking about clearly, like, just being the working woman, the working black woman in corporate America, right? But let's talk about just now that you say that, let's say you got your own business doing whatever it is that you're doing, whether it be
you selling here, you doing whatever, you selling clothes, you got a boutique.
Right. Our people always want a discount. Yeah. Always want to hook up, right? Oh, let's say your product
don't support you until they see everybody else supporting you.
Not only that, but let's say your product $250, right? But they want $100 discount, right? Because they know you. Okay, yes, I do know you, but I also know 100 other people. So am I just supposed to give 100 other people that same discount because I know them? Now, I do believe in, like, hooking people up. If it's a business. So if you benefit me, yes, I'm going to benefit you. So if you're going to send 10 people my way that pay full price, yes, maybe I might give you $100 off because you just sat here, you gave me 10 new customers. You know what I'm saying? I done sat here and took my business kind of like to another level on the strength of you. And because you did that for me, absolutely, I'm going to look you out. But you got those people that just wanna,
you know what
they
that
just
sound
wanna,
like to me
they
in
just
both
wanna,
areas?
they just want a favor
A
because
freebie, a
because you
lookout.
know no. But
It's an
however,
entitlement issue.
however,
It's
they
an
going
entitlement
however
issue.
they go on a website to I don't know some
Gucci, Louis,
celebrity
Fendi,
correct
whatever.
that's
They're
selling
gonna
it.
pay for a
They're going to
price
pay for a
because
price.
they know they're not getting a discount. So why do people
Absolutely.
feel so entitled for
Yes.
something? Because we
Yep.
black, we from the same hood. We like, why do y'all feel so entitled? Why do people feel so entitled? Like, no, at the end of the day, you have a business to run. Guess what? It's your business. You're gonna run that business the same way you would as if you was in a
Yep.
managerial position somewhere else. It's a business. It's not about us both being black, us both being white. It's about doing what's right. You
Correct.
signed up for a job. This is what you're here to do.
Because you know what? Because you, my friend Jen, if you're sitting here and you're selling weed for $300, sis, guess what? I'm gonna pay $300 and I'm gonna sit here and give you a $50 tip. You know why?
I'm gonna buy
you're
extra,
my
and
friend.
guess what? I'm gonna send you clients your way.
Correct.
Hey, my homegirl is selling this. Check her out.
And I'm going to promote you. So not only am I going to sit here and pay like a regular customer, I'm gonna also tip you, and I'm gonna also big you up, and I'm gonna promote you because that's what people supposed to do for each other.
That's like if you was a hairstylist and you didn't have a shop, and I have this house, I have a basement that's not being used. Like, Hanifa, here, I know you trying to find a spot until you can get on your feet. Here you go. You know what I mean? You as my friend, me knowing you trying to get your business off the ground, you not making money. Guess what? If I need you to do my hair, guess what? How much you charging? That's what I'm paying. And like you said, it's a tip. Like, I'm not gonna feel entitled because you using my basement to run your business out of. You know what I mean? But that's your choice.
Correct.
It's your choice to be like, you know what, Jen, since you let me use your house, I'm gonna let you get this for free. Not you feeling like, oh, we black, we best friends. You do hair, I need my hair done, so you should be giving me freebies because you using my basement. No, that's not the way I work. That's not the way the world works.
I didn't even ask to use your basement. You volunteer. That's another thing. But that could be a whole nother situation on a whole nother day. This topic is very sensitive because you got people that will really
some people going to agree, some people going to disagree. But I do feel where some people coming from, where some people get in a power position and abuse their authority. This conversation is not for that. This is strictly for people who just have an issue or feel like, they could never work under a black female supervisor. Like, wow, you have some damn good black female supervisors out here. I myself am, for one, I go the extra mile with my employees. Like I say, if I assign them to do something, guess what? 9 times out of 10, you'll see me standing next to them doing the same thing. I help my employees. Hey, you sick? You not feeling well today? All right, you know what? I'm going to give you something easy to do. But y'all not going to play in my face and talk to me crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or take my kindness for weakness. Like I say, I laugh with my employees. I joke with my employees. But at the end of the day, this is my job. I say we a family. We a dysfunctional family. But at the end of the day, y'all have a job to do, just like I have a job to do. You know, so anybody who say, oh, she this, she that, they just 9 times out of 10 been on some hate and shit and just mad because I've been there.
And then it be the
less amount of time and then moved up.
And then it be the people that be like, oh, but I think they're jealous of you. I'm like, okay, oh, you're not worried, you're not bothered. No, why?
No, that's a them problem. That doesn't bother me. You know.
And I'm gonna end it on this note because I know we running out of our time. Listen, they don't got the balls to say it in my face. That means they respect me in my position. And they respect me in my position where they can't even come at me like that because they clearly know I'm doing what I need to do instead of what they want me to do. So anyway, we thank y'all for tuning in, of course. If you have not liked and subscribed to our channel, please to make sure you tell your friends that who can why and whatever. It's the shit. Good night.
Good night.